It was your first classical game against the young super prodigy. Do you feel like gotta beat them while they're young?
I watched this interview of Gukesh where he said that there's this joke about trying to teach him a lesson. This is quite lovely. I mean, there are levels to this game, Guki. Great opponent, yeah.
Did that, if you saw the interview, did that cross your mind in the morning before the game of teaching him a lesson?
Of course, it not only him but the entire, of course, event. Yeah, I'm like the oldest participant, so of course the angle is that I'm supposed to teach them lessons or something like this. But of course, yeah, it's honestly it's really the way around, and you really mostly as you are the one learning really, because I know I do what I did and I know how it's done, right? But obviously, those like who did it like that, they're no longer there, and then young guys, they do something different. So frankly, I think in chess, the older people are the ones learning from the young, and not really the way around.
Very, very interesting. Interesting take. Games remaining against Aravind and Hans Niemann. Both of these players don't shy away from a fight. Are you looking forward to the final weekend?
Yeah, but I mean, if you saw the tournament here, you probably might have, like, nobody is shying away from fights. Like, that's one thing you have here. This has changed so much. It's because before you sort of could, like, you know that if you are like a top player in a tournament like that, there would be few moments where you would get a free roll for sure. So then when you like face each other, very often there would be some sort of not understanding, but some sort of a feeling that, okay, we have to, of course I wanted always to beat everyone and everybody wanted to beat me, but that game when the top players back in the day would clash, they would take very little risk. And we thought it was normal. So it was not little risk. We thought this was the adequate risk. We never took more. Because we didn't need to. Like, let's say, if I play a fellow top 10 player, okay, I don't need to beat him because then I will play some underdog later, and because of the other qualities and skills like the opening prep, and I would get advantages in other games. So it made no sense. But now, because you can't free roll anymore, people they turn on each other. The top players turn on each other. And initially I was offended by that. When it just started, I felt like they're turning on me. I thought, like, what's wrong with me? Why am I being targeted? Like, but then I realized they're turning on each other too. Yeah. they're the
trust is breaking among the elite.
Yeah. No, there's no trust. Everybody's looking for each other. They're just hungry, and you see also tournaments of like Vincent. It's like violent stuff. It's wins, losses.
I mean, he's made 2 draws, right?
Well, I don't know how. Yeah, it's absolutely. But also the way the games go and the results is just so violent, and it's very cool. I think it's probably the most fun time to play classical top tournaments in my personal career span, let's say. But of course, surely there have been, there were other upsides, especially back in the day. Also, you had some kind of fun events in the 80s or whatever, or even before that in the 50s and 60s. But there's some beauty to the way chess has changed from 2010 to 15 towards 2025. So I think it's interesting development.
And the fans are certainly not complaining. I think, well, today was another tremendous day, and this weekend is going to be the cherry on the cake. Anish, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Congratulations again, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Hans, congratulations. You just beat Van Nguyen to move to 6.5 out of 11. It's been a while since we got to catch up with you. How have you been feeling over the last week? How do you reflect on your games before we talk about today's one?
Yeah, I missed a few chances. I think against Prague I had this one moment where I could have won, but it was difficult. I should have at least tried to find it. And then against Jordan, I mean, it's been, other than the very bad loss against Kammer, my play has been very solid. I haven't been under any pressure in really any game, or I haven't even had a worse position. So I failed to convert those 2 advantages, and anyways, this is a very important win and puts me into contention.
It does put you into contention. I mean, things are very close at the top. Speaking of time trouble, we saw you a couple of times today around the time trouble phase. Get up and look at the screen on the
Well, you don't have
board.
to notate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just wanted to be sure what move it was, how many moves he had to make.
Okay.
Because if he has 1 or 2 moves left, should dictate if I spend my time, right? If I think his next move is forced, then there's no point of me playing quickly. So that's just, it's nice to have it on the side.
Be able to see it so quickly. Let's talk about the last 2 games. You're playing world champion Gukesh tomorrow. Is it always a special game to play against him in classical?
Well, we've only played once, and it was actually right before he won the candidates, and I beat him in the London Classic, and that's the only game we've played. But no, I think you treat him really as any other opponent, and he's been very unstable this tournament, so it should be an interesting game, or fighting at least.
And then Anish, in the last round, those are your last two opponents. How are your energy levels holding up such a long tournament?
Well, I thought that the last rest day was a bit unnecessary, and then but now I feel so tired after this game. But obviously, I had to really find so many crazy ideas at the end. So that was obviously very draining. But no, I feel good. There's not much of a difference between my energy level now and at the start, so I'm optimistic.
Well, Hans, we're going to let you go have a little bit of rest after tonight's game. Best of luck this weekend, and congrats again on the win today.
Thank you.
Congratulations. A huge win with the black pieces against Arjun Erigaisi, and tonight, with 2 rounds to go, you're in the joint lead with Nordivek Artisatov. Before we talk about the crazy game, how do you feel tonight with 2 rounds to go?
I think it's also a very important win, and I'm very happy, of course. And now I have all chances to fight for first place.
The last weekend is going to be crucial, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time. It's a big relief to win this game after, you had some moments of happiness and some moments of sadness in the game.
I mean, also important to join for first place, and I mean share with Nordivek, and also I have also all chances to win this tournament. And yeah, I think last 2 days will be very interesting.
I'm having I've forgotten who you're playing. I just looked it up.
I will play against Prague and Taidai 1. So with Prague White and play with Taidai 1, so it will be interesting games, and yeah, let's see.
I'm sure you know that the final weekend here is always full of, crazy results, comebacks, people losing from good positions. And what do you think you need to do this weekend, to give yourself the best chances?
No, in general, I'm really don't thinking a lot about this tournament, because I told you it's like more, for me, it's like more training tournament before candidates, and I'm just trying to play with this time control and learn something for my main tournament, I mean for this candidates.
But it would still be nice to win here.
Of course, still win this tournament will be nice, because I think it's one of the best tournament in chess.
Well, Javokhir, we look forward to watching your games this weekend. For now, congratulations on the win today and on the joint lead tonight. We'll see you this weekend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.